Are we in?
We're back.
We're in. We're live. We're back. Review show of Mark Bateson's most recent night. Black tie event. It was the 22nd of November.
Last Friday.
So Mark was kind enough to let us go there and do some press stuff. Behind the scenes, interview the fighters, such and such.
Which is good for us, you know, we've not done anything like that as of yet from having the show, so big shout out to Mark for allowing us to be there to do that.
I don't know about you, but I was actually kind of nervous going to do this one.
Yeah, we didn't know what to expect.
The fighters and we'd met Mark and all that sort of stuff before, but I was pretty nervous, and you know what? He fucking looked after us.
Yeah, I did.
Like, big time. He was really, really good. He was like, Mark, we just want to be in here. He was like, yeah, just do what you need to do. Yeah. Do what you need to do, and yeah, do you know? So shout out to Mark, big thank you. So the venue was Elland Road Pavilion Suites.
Yeah,
it's where most of Mark's events are, but it's a class venue, isn't it? Just off the ring road.
Yeah, even on the inside, you know, it's nice, good sized room. They've got those lights on the ceiling, which is a little bit mesmerising. You know, it looked nice in there. I'd give it a thumbs up. You know, we've been to a few shows now. Like, you know, from different parts of this, some not even cities, you know, like in little towns and stuff. So there was a lot of production, and you can tell probably quite a lot of money spent on the venue itself.
They make a good effort.
Yeah.
It's a good venue. It's a good size. You don't feel like crammed in there. There's tons of people there, but you don't feel cramped or anything. It was black tie. Everyone and a lot of people made the effort. To be fair to them.
And with this show as well, it was all just sat down, wasn't it? We went to his other show, the first show that we went to, and there was some standing tickets as well for that one. So this one was, sit down,
a bit more formal, because he's like a comedian, a singer,
the special guest.
Supposed to have Joe Calzaghe as a special guest. Pulled out.
Man flu. They said he was ill. Had the flu.
Let's say man flu. We all know man flu is bad anyway.
Yeah.
We know it's tough. And then, I don't know how he did it, but he pulled Ricky Hatton out.
24 hours.
Not even that. I don't even think it was that. I think it was on the day.
On the day?
On the day, pulls out Ricky Hatton. And do you know what? Fair play, Ricky Hatton, when he was in the ring chatting and whatever, he was funny, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Like, he was good. He talked about some serious stuff, but then talked about also bits and pieces.
That's it, being in the ring with Pacquiao, being in the ring with Manny. Mayweather and then
class.
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao. You got it in there.
Yeah. No, yeah.
But it's and you were talking about even like outside after he retired and stuff like that. So it was decent. Like, I'd never been to an event like that in terms of boxing at all.
Yeah, that's it. Well, you've had it when they've had a special guest, not when they actually come and speak to the crowd and have a chat with everyone. So that was quite nice, quite special, and quite a lot of people getting photos with him at the end as well.
Yeah, and then it was food and stuff like that. We were just there to do press stuff, but Mark insisted that we had something to eat, didn't he?
Yeah, I did.
And it was nice actually.
Nice steak.
The food was good. But the fights were good, man. So we're gonna blast through these fights, you know. First fighter.
Do you know what? As a generalisation of all the 5 fights as well. Again, being on other shows and seeing them, they were all super competitive. You know, like they were competitive. I'd probably say apart from the last fight, which we'll get onto. But yeah, they're all very, very competitive.
Yeah,
so
I think, do you know what? Yeah, you're right. Sometimes you can worry that journeymen are not going to want to put up much of a fight, and it can be a bit fucking boring. Like watching someone trying to chase someone around,
or grabbing someone, holding them,
and all the fights were competitive. So the first one was debut Ben Croft. It was kind of a strange one, wasn't it? Let's be honest. Like, you could tell he was a bit nervous. You know,
first fight.
Big crowd as well, actually, to be fair. Like, everyone was already in there. Like, the boxing, I think the boxing started on time, but everyone was in there, they'd already eaten, everyone had a drink, everyone was kind of chilled and like settled into it. So by the time you're coming out to fight, you're fighting in front of a full house, debut.
Well, that's it, you got to come out there ready, firing, you know, and compared to some of the other fighters, I wouldn't say he had that look in his eye. And again, it's a debut, first fight. Could have been a little bit of stage fright or whatever. But he took a loss in that fight. Yeah, it was a bit of a what would you count that as, a technical KO?
I think it's a retirement because he waved it off to the ref, so it's kind of like a retirement from that corner. But I think I would say, like, at first, obviously, people in the crowd were a bit like, whoa, what's going on? And I think, I don't know Ben personally, but I would say to him, just go again.
Yeah.
Go, knuckle down, and go again on it. Even, you know, might struggle to get on one of Mark's shows again because he's got a lot of fighters that are fucking hot and sell a lot of tickets. And I think, you know, it was a big opportunity, and it's definitely an opportunity missed, but just
part of the journey as well.
Try and learn from it. I would say try and learn from it. One thing to this show is we'd only ever seen Mick fight before. The rest of them we'd never seen them before. We know them of knowing other boxers in that camp, in that mix, in around the city, but we'd never seen anyone fight aside from Mick. So it was quite nice to see some other fighters and, you know, see what they're about. So after that, it was Luke Kelly. I was quite impressed. I thought it was.
Yeah, he came out looking very sharp.
Yeah. And we caught up with Luke after the fight, and he felt like he rushed, and this year he'd not been as active as he wants to be. That was his third fight, so he's 3-0 now as a pro. But I thought he was sharp. Like his opponent was, you know, pretty game.
Yeah, it was
wanting to get after him, and he did drop him.
Yeah, he did drop him, put him down in the second round.
And I think that's when he said to us, like, that's when he put it on him, and then the rest of it, like the fourth round, he kind of slowed down and tensed up a bit. But I thought it was a good performance. I think it stands him in good stead for next year. And yeah, I was definitely impressed. I thought he looked really sharp jab, quick, good movement, like punching on the inside. He was strong. So I think he was, all in all, I think that was a good performance. What about you?
Yeah, definitely. I think he's definitely someone to watch out for. His work ethic definitely looked like it was there on the night. Turned up, looked ready. And even when we spoke to him after the fight, you know, it seemed like he was reflecting on the things that he could have done better. Even though, you know, he got the win, it could have been, yeah, I smashed him, whatever. But you can tell he's going to go back and watch that fight and see on what he can improve on and what he's going to bring next onto the next show. So
yeah, man, it was that's actually a really good point to make. It was really thoughtful after the fight. Like, you could see, like, he was really processing what he'd done and what he could change
and what he could have done better as well.
That sort of stuff. So next up, it was Michael Fafera. I had to ask him how to say his name, but you know, we're in there.
And he had some. Do you know what? First thing to say about him, he had some fresh gear, man. Like he's.
Do you know what? Look good, play good, and all that.
Yeah,
you know what? Even we were saying to Billy was in the back at the time, Billy Pickles, and he said, like, them shorts are fucking sick, and they were, man. Like, yeah, Michael looked on point. That was his 6th fight of the year. The guy he was in with was
way bigger than him, right?
A lot bigger.
Was he fighting above weight there? Or?
I think he was saying, so that fight was at light heavyweight, but I'm pretty sure that Michael was saying that he will normally fight around super middleweight.
Right.
Because I would say he would be in between our builds. Like, he's really fucking muscular.
Yeah.
But he's fairly tall, isn't he? But in there, the guy looked much bigger. When we were saying to him after the fight, it did look like there was a size difference. He said he didn't really notice it at the time, but you could tell, like, in terms of when they were tied up and.
Yeah, when they were close to each other, the guy looked bigger than him. There's a lot of tying up in that fight.
It's quite a rough fight, in terms of, like, there was a lot of inside stuff. And do you know what? I actually think that him getting dropped, going on to still win, will be like a big thing for him. He was frustrated after the fight, saying that he felt like he just, because he'd sparred with Billy Joe Saunders a couple of times in camp before this fight, and he said that he kind of felt like he threw away what he'd been learning and working on, kind of went out the window in this fight. But I would say to him, do you know what, mate? Big guy, got dropped, big hitter, bit of a war, bit of a tough fight. His job done. Like, it shows that you've got a bit of fucking grit, man.
Well, that's it. He got hit and he jumped up straight up, didn't he? And he was ready to go straight after that. Yeah.
Himself, he was kind of like, you know, he knew what he did wrong, and he went on to win the next round.
Dominate all the round.
I would say, you know, shout out to Michael. He's coming on the show he's the last person that's going to be on the show this year, so looking forward to that.
Close off with that.
Yeah, man. So next up was Tom Young. He moved to be 8-1. And I was fucking impressed with him.
Do you know what? He was just, for me, the way he moved, you know, his movement looked really on point. Like, head movement was always bopping around. And the guy, do you know what? The first 2 rounds, the guy was struggling to hit him back. Like, he couldn't hit him back. He was clinical, picking his shots to the body, to the head, to the body, to the head, working him. And that, the way I see that, that was just a clear out, steady win.
Yeah, he took every round on every judge's card, but you
didn't rush anything, you know, just...
They were clinical, man. And that's what he was saying after the fight. Fight's gone by, he feels like he'd rushed or tensed up and he wasn't as relaxed, and he said he really tried to focus on being relaxed out there. And it definitely showed. Like, fucking definitely showed. Like, he looked class, like, he didn't rush, went about his business in a fucking good way. And that he was definitely a standout. And I said to him after the fight, like, hands down, like, I want to get him on here and talk to him more, because he was class. He was looking sharp and he was warming up, and yeah, really, really, really good. And then the big dog, the man himself,
Mick
Learmonth, wrapped up the year in
style.
In fucking style, man. Like, he looked sharp,
crisp,
hell. Jesus Christ,
unstoppable on that night.
He looked. I mean, we were watching him saying he's just his movement, and this guy is cool as fuck. In back there, there's zero nerves. Like, he loves this shit. Like, he loves it. He was excited to get out there, and when he got out there, fuck me, did he
just got into the fight? Yeah, like, it's
second round stoppage, but he was clinical, man, patient, picking his shots. His movement was class. And he was kind of hitting him at will.
Do you know, even some of the combos that he was throwing, man, was just...
double straight.
Yeah, double straight, or left to the body, like, it's...
Yeah, he was hitting him with some absolute peaches, man. And that was, I would say, when I watched Mick the first time, watched him on The Ultimate Boxer, and watched him then, his improvement trajectory has been fucking ridiculous. Like, he's been working with Reese, so shout out to Elite Step. Been working with Golden Team. Like, we know that gym's on fucking fire. Like,
big shout out to P.
That gym can't stop winning at the moment. And do you know what? You can just see him going on to big things, man. Super, like, he's just still young. I can't believe how fucking young he is every time. And do you know what? I think such a supportive person. Just to us, I would just say shout out to Mick for being super supportive of us too, as well as, you know, P as well. He's the same. And yeah, there was a big KO, man. Big KO.
Yeah, it was. The guy looked like his eye fell off.
took his eye off, basically.
Yeah.
So it's I think that all in all, it was a sick show. It's the first time we've done anything like this. We're going to be doing more reviews of more events. The next show that we will be at is the 15th of December show. That is at Elland Road. A few fighters to mention that are on there, that are coming on the show or being on the show is Corey O'Regan, Ishmael Davis,
Black Panther, baby,
and Justin Newell, the Great Bomber.
Yeah, so looking forward to that.
That one's going to be sick, and that card's stacked out just before Christmas. You know, there'll be plenty of tickets to go there, but I'm excited to go already, man.
Well, that's it. We'll bang a link for those tickets in the link below as well, and where you can go to buy your tickets for the fight as well for that. So
yeah, man. So just want to wrap up by saying thank you to Matt BATESON.
Yeah.
And thank you to everyone that's supported us so far. And we'll see you again.
Well.
Boom.